The Retro Gamer. Yes.
Alright, let's jump right into this. So pretty much Beast Wars Transmetals was a 1999 versus-styled fighting game based on the Beast Wars cartoon series and toy line, which was part of the Transformers franchise. The game was made for the N64 and the PlayStation, but the PlayStation version was Japan only. It actually came out first in Japan, and it came out roughly 6 months earlier in Japan than the US. Another interesting fact that's pretty bizarre when you think about it is the N64 version was a Blockbuster Video exclusive and was initially available only for rental, which I don't know why you would minimize your audience like that, but I suppose I don't know. I got nothing. Transmetals borrows plot elements from the second season of the series following the introduction of the Transmetals and Fusors. The game continues the war between the Maximals and Predacons on Earth, which, as you'll find out in my gameplay, the game actually doesn't do this. There's actually very little story to speak of that I could see, and you actually are often fighting Maximals versus Maximals, Predacons versus Predacons, etc., which in the show, I mean, obviously it's just Maximals versus Predacons, so I don't know why the game would often pit you against your own allies, but each character has 3 different modes to be in, I guess, to fight in. A beast mode, vehicle mode, and a robot mode. In the show, only certain characters had a vehicle mode, but in this one, I believe all of them have a vehicle mode? I can't recall. Also, unlike the show, when your character is in robot mode, you eventually have to get out of robot mode and go into the beast or vehicle mode in order to prevent freezing up, which is interesting because in the show, they made a point of showing in the second season that when the characters become transmetals, they don't have to do that anymore. So that was kind of weird to see that. The game overall got pretty poor ratings. IGN was the one I saw when I googled the game. That was the only one I could see offhand. Gave it a 3 out of 10, and I think it got pretty poor reviews all around. But the thing that's probably best about the game, and I believe all the reviews, or most of the reviews, most of the critics agreed on this, is that the voice cast from the show, most of the voice cast from the show was able to do the voices for the characters in the game. And that was actually pretty cool to hear the voices as they're calling out stuff, you know, maximize and terrorize and all that. That was pretty cool to hear them calling that stuff out, the voices from the show. Other than that, there's not really much else good to say about the game. It kind of borrows a little bit from Super Smash Brothers, which came out just a few months before, actually. Virtua Fighter, Street Fighter, Mortal Kombat, I don't know. Games like that. So, yeah, overall, wasn't too impressed with the game. I just wanted to play it again because I actually just watched the show again recently. I went through the entire series, found it on DVD, and I really enjoyed it. I enjoyed it more than I thought I would. And if you follow my blog on WordPress, I actually made a post about Beast Machines recently, which was the sequel series to Beast Wars, and I watched that in its entirety as well. But the Beast Wars Transmetals game, I remember playing it as a kid because I used to watch Beast Wars as a kid. I loved Beast Wars. That was my Transformers series that I grew up with, because I could never really get into G1 as a kid. I watched a few episodes of it, but I never really watched it too much. But Beast Wars, I loved. I used to love that show. And then when the game came out, checked it out, Blockbuster, because we used to go to Blockbuster all the time when I was a kid. And it was fairly disappointing, especially because I didn't like fighting games. I liked fighting games even less as a kid than I do now. And it's not even a very good fighting game. But I hope you like my playthrough nonetheless, and here we go. Okay, let's get started here. Bam Entertainment. Bam! TAKARA. Locomotive.
Janasia. Yes.
Thank you, David K. Alright, let's go ahead and skip that. Press start in Comic Sans. That's kind of a silly sound effect. So, okay, Transformers, Beast Wars, Transmetals. So far, so good. Very pixelated looking background and obnoxious sound effects. What is that? That's like... That sounds like a clown car horn or something. Why are we starting off in very hard? Let's go with normal. That stuff looks good. Let's play. Arcade mode. Let's do it. Alright, who we got here? So we got Optimus Primal, Rat Trap, Cheetor, Air Razor, and then the Predacons. So we got some of the characters from the show, not all. Let's do Cheetor, he's pretty cool. Let's do his defaults.
Ultra gear.
Yeah, the voice from the show. Metal Warriors Reborn.
Ready. Fight.
Okay, so some crazy graphics already. I'm dying.
Vehicle mode.
Crap. This is actually pretty hectic. Okay. Crap.
Vehicle mode. Beast mode. Vehicle mode. Beast mode. Vehicle mode. Whoa. What happened?
Man,
Ready.
this is actually pretty
Fight.
tough. We're on normal mode. Okay. I don't know what that was. Like some supersonic kick or something. There we can charge up. Boom. Oh, actually, this is kind of easy. OP.
Score one more for this cool cat.
OP Cheetor is OP.
Ready. Fight.
Okay, come on, this is cheap. Come on, Rat Trap. Seriously?
Score one more for this cool cat.
Well, okay, so maybe there's some exploits they need to work out, but... Alright, let's see if Tarantulas is any tougher. Come on, he's gotta be more intelligent. He's Tarantulas. He was the conniving bad guy in the show. Maybe not. Okay, maybe we do need to be on hard mode. Oh. Looks like two can play at this game. Crap.
Beast mode.
It's a weird kind of cross between.
Score one more for this cool cat.
Yeah, okay, Chief. It's a weird kind of cross between Smash Brothers and a fighting game of any kind, I guess. Street Fighter. Okay, normal's a little too easy. Let's go ahead and battle in the sky. Wait, why is Cheetor fighting Air Razor? This isn't in the sky?
Fight.
Okay, well, hold on. I need to make this a little tougher. Let's actually go back. Wait.
Primal here. Get ready to transform and move out.
Okay. I think this is for... Oh, it's a choose your own bad guy. Options. Let's try. Since it started off on very hard, maybe they think the game's too easy unless it's done very hard. So what do we got in bonus here? We got mini games. Do the stuff. Toys. Get to view the models. Or at
Well,
least...
that's just prime.
Cool. I can do this for hours. Kids mode. Oh, it's probably like some super easy mode or something. As if the game needed to be easier. Okay, so let's go to arcade mode. Let's do Predacon this time. Oh, what the heck, Megatron. Oh, you can't go back to his old skin.
Yes.
Yes, David K.
Wow. His intelligence is only 9.
Fight.
That's insulting. Oh. The missile didn't even make it.
Have triumphed. Yes.
Ready.
Faces
Fight.
look kind of weird. The graphics, I mean, granted, I have like all of the emulator settings like completely maxed out, anti-aliasing and anisotropic filtering and whatnot. But the graphics still look kind of funny. Ow. The faces look a little bit different, more different than they did in the show. I was playing as Optimus earlier when I was running some tests, and his face looked kind of funny. It's pretty close. Yeah.
You lose.
No, I win. What are you talking about? Battle in the Wastelands. Well, this isn't much more difficult. It's on very hard from normal.
Fight.
Oh, maybe Rat Trap will put up more of a fight. I just keep doing the same attack over and over again. I mean, I guess that's why this game wasn't really rated very well. It's because, I mean, as far as fighting games go, it's kind of simple. Oh, I actually lost. Let's run in place and retreat.
Ready. Fight.
But yeah, as far as fighting games go, it's a bit simple. There's not any crazy combos you can do. I mean, it's just like attacks after attacks. I heard it's definitely better than the other Beast Wars game they made that was based on Season 1. But, oh yeah, Rat Trap's actually putting up a pretty good fight. Got me.
What? No!
But, yeah, so it's interesting. It's, I find myself agreeing exactly with the reviewers that, really the best part about it. Let's try a different tactic here. Really the best part about it is the fact that the voices from the show are in it. Oh, that was the craziest homing things I've ever seen. Still got me.
No!
Yeah, and again, hard judge of graphics since I'm running with anti-aliasing, etc. But, I mean, it looks pretty good for an N64 game. I remember playing it back in the day, and, as I probably mentioned earlier, and I remember back then the graphics, being impressed with the graphics, but I wasn't really impressed with the game because I didn't really like fighting games, and I never really have. Oh, that was a good dodge. His AI was actually pretty decent. Finally, Rat Trap's pretty tough. So, alright. Thanks for watching. Like and favorite. And I'll see you guys next video.
I, Megatron, have triumphed. Yes.